First up is the permanent Vitality Drain Aura. You can get a permanent necrotic aura of sorts by visiting the Szarr Palace guest room, where you'll find a door cursed by necrotic damage. Using Dispel Curse, you can open the door and you'll find the corpse of Victoria with the ailment Sapping Curse. If you loot Victoria, then you'll inherit this Sapping Curse. Drink an Elixir of Necrotic Resistance and you will no longer take damage from Vitality Drain, but those around you still will. This can be incredibly powerful for cheesing certain boss fights by wading through dialogue as they slowly die, or even to give a massive boost to your damage. The downside, of course, is your party members will take a lot of damage from you from this unless they also have Necrotic Resistance, which you can get from LOVIATAR'S SCOURGE from Act 1 if you slay Abdirak, and other methods as well. Getting this is worth trying at least once for how fun it is to just walk around and see everything fall to your powerful necrotic aura. And if you like that tip, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe for more Baldur's Gate 3 videos. Number 2 is the mysterious button. Within the arcane tower is a strange button near a window. Now, pushing it doesn't do anything unless you have equipped the dog collar. This can be found within the Underdark by digging up a grave north of the tower marked as Myrna's grave. Pressing the button while wearing the collar serves you a raw steak. You can only assume that Myrna belonged to whoever lived in the arcane tower, and this button was a way for Myrna to get fed. Number 3 is the pet Bulette. Using Sovereign Glut in the Underdark, you can reanimate the massive Bulette that fought you earlier using animating spores. To get Sovereign Glut to join your party, you need to talk to Sovereign Spa and accept the quest to defeat the Duergar. Talk to Glut afterwards and he'll offer to join you. Once he's on your team, you can reanimate anything in the Underdark. Having a Bulette as a pet is amazing. It can take care of pretty much anything you find in the Underdark, including those pesky arcane cannons. You can animate the Phase Spider Matriarch too if you use a spell like Thunderwave to push her down into the Underdark, where you can then animate the corpse. I would say that the Phase Spider Matriarch is probably the strongest monster you can reanimate with animating spores, but anything in the Underdark can be targeted besides the spectator and become your pet. Number 4 is the Club of Hill Giant Strength. At the top of the arcane tower is a curious looking chair called the Stool of Hill Giant Strength. The stool itself doesn't do much, but if you pick it up and throw it or otherwise destroy it, one of the legs turns into the Club of Hill Giant Strength. This item is actually incredibly powerful because regardless of your strength, the Splinters of a Giant's Might feature increases your strength to 19. Straight to 19 strength is super powerful and has many applications, so next time you're at the arcane tower, don't miss the Stool of Hill Giant Strength. Number 5 is Guiding Light. This ring is found on Bernard, the construct at the top floor of the arcane tower. By putting this ring on, a button is revealed that allows you to go to the bottom floor of the tower, the basement. There you can find powerful items such as Staff of Arcane Blessing, which makes your bless grant an additional 1d4 to saving throws and attack rolls, and 2d4 to spell attack rolls, and also a ring called the Sparks Wall, which grants resistance to lightning damage and the wearer can't be electrocuted. This can be really powerful on a melee fighter who deals lightning damage while they're standing in water surfaces. Overall, the arcane tower has so many hidden things to it, I highly recommend searching it thoroughly. And number 6 is the Shadows of Thay. If you get the Necromancy of Thay book from Act 1, you can actually destroy it, and when you do, from it will spawn 3 shadows that will attack you. Now, the book is immune to many types of damage, but it can be destroyed with radiant damage. If you wanted to, you could read the book first and learn Speak with the Dead and Forbidden Knowledge first, and then destroy it, and you'll actually keep those bonuses, but you will miss out later on Dance Macabre in Act 3 by further unlocking the knowledge of the book with a Tharkeite Codex. But I thought it was really cool that by destroying it, you actually release these shadows from within it and they'll attack you. Number 7 is the Whispering Promise. This ring is incredibly strong and you can get it early in Act 1. After you save Volo from the goblins and tell him to meet you at your camp, you can pickpocket him and take this ring from him. This ring makes it so that your heals give your target Bless for 2 turns. This is extremely powerful since Bless is so strong, granting 1d4 to attack and saving throw rolls, but also giving it to every target you heal is a serious bonus that is perfect for a class that dishes out AoE heals like a cleric. And Volo might run around camp after you steal something from him, but don't worry, he'll be there when you leave camp and come back again if you want to pickpocket him further. And number 8 is the Shapeshifter's Boon ring. This ring is perfect for a shapeshifting druid or anyone who will remain disguised. While shapeshifted or disguised, you gain a plus 1d4 bonus to all checks. Quite powerful and can be acquired acquired by slaying the strange ox in the Druid's Grove. Cast Fog, do the deed, and escape with your new Shapeshifter's Boon ring. And number 9 is Geralt and Yennefer. Believe it or not, this Easter egg can be found in Sharess's Caress, and while the NPCs' names are just citizen, they strongly resemble Geralt and Yennefer quite a lot, and this isn't the only Easter egg in Baldur's Gate. Coming in at number 10 is Pike and Grog. A reference to Pike and Grog from Critical Role can be found in the Elfsong Tavern in Act 3. Both characters have a striking resemblance as well. Dame Geyzarm looks like Pike and Bombasto looks like Grog. But if that wasn't enough, a Geyzarm is a type of pike, which is of course going to reference Pike the character. Another really cool Easter egg from Larian. And then number 11 is the Rat Bat. In Act 2 in the Waning Moon Tavern, just sitting up against the counter is the Rat Bat. This weapon isn't particularly incredible in my opinion, but it does grant advantage on attacks against beasts, so that is something. However, more impressive is that it's actually a reference to Charlie's rat stick from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Kind of cool, yet another Easter egg. And number 12 is the 3 Ogres. In Act 1, the 3 Ogres you can find in the Blighted Village might strike you as strangely familiar, and that's because these 3 Ogres are actually a reference to The Hobbit. In The Hobbit, there are 3 trolls that Bilbo and the dwarves encounter. These 3 mountain trolls, who had just come down into the lowlands, are found arguing over what the food tastes like, just like the ogres in Baldur's Gate arguing over whether gnome tastes better or dwarf. And then finally at number 13 is the Cabbage Merchant. This is a reference to the recurring character from Avatar: The Last Airbender, whose cabbages kept getting destroyed throughout the show. If you talk to him as a monk, he even mentions that your sort have done enough damage as is, referring to Aang and his team's damage done to the cabbages in Avatar. And those are my 13 things you might have missed in Baldur's Gate 3. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.